Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. I typed this up because it was long and in depth, and I wanted to be able to read it because it's very pissed about this. So here we go. I'm addressing this issue as a promoter myself, much like Dirty Hall, who you mentioned in the blog, or this person mentioned in the blog. But I promote in the Southern Illinois area as well, so I know like what you're talking about. But what blows my mind, well, first of all, so you can take this how you want it. You can get pissed off at me. I really don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and I really don't care if you want to hate me for it. And yes, I'll probably say some things that'll offend people, but I really don't care. And I do know what I'm talking about, so enjoy this. Okay, so for having the quote, "free of hate since 2008," I think it's funny because you're completely like making fun of your fans and hating on them like to the extreme, saying how they're not showing up for shows and that, you know, the most important people in the scene are your fans, and you're completely disregarding them and making fun of them. An exact quote is, "We have nothing here, the economy," talking about Southern Illinois, "we have nothing here, the economy is terrible, school system is underfunded, the roads are poor." Well, okay, so there's one thing in that sentence that the fans directly have anything to do with, and that's the scene, or the economy is terrible. They can't help that the school system's underfunded, the roads are poor. You're blaming your fans for this? Like, that's fucking bullshit. Okay, the economy is terrible. Let me finish the quote. I'm getting ahead of myself. "We come from an agriculture mining-based economy, and there are few things left. This part of the state is floundering. We have something to be proud of, though, for as rural and shitty of a place this is," or SH asterisk TTY, shitty, "we have a music scene that draws in touring and signed bands from all over." Now, the problem I have with this is the economy is terrible all over, not just in Southern Illinois. So get over it. Like, kids aren't going to be able to come out to shows as much as they were when the economy was great. It's just a fact that you have to come to live with and embrace that. Everyone is struggling. They're not, like, the kids aren't able to, everything's more expensive. Gas is more expensive. It's on the decline now. It's not so expensive, but it has been. Kids aren't able to get out to the shows. And these big bands that are coming to the area aren't able to get these kids to the shows because they can't afford to drive to the shows, let alone buy merch and support the bands. Another quote is, "the kids that sit outside just have to smoke and be cool outside. Where's the support?" Well, guess what? The people that are sitting outside and being cool and smoking are the ones that have paid to go, they pay to come to the shows, and they choose themselves to sit outside and smoke to enjoy a cigarette. They usually do pay. Now, if what they do on their own time is their business, so just fucking drop it. If it's bothering you that much, tell them that they can't sit outside and smoke. Tell them they have to walk down the street and that they can't get back into the show, if you're really that pissed off about it. But of course, you tell them they can't smoke at your shows, and you can't smoke outside when it's completely legal as long as you're 15 feet away from the door. That's infringing on their rights as U.S. citizens. So, I guess you're shit out of luck. If people pay to go to the show and they want to sit outside the whole time, then let them. You have their money, be happy. You're doing your job, and the fans are doing their job and coming out to the show, regardless if they want to sit outside. You have their money. And I'm sure most of the venues are not soundproof, so more than likely, they can hear the bands from sitting outside. You don't have to be inside to hear the bands. And hell, if you're sitting outside, you can sit outside, listen to the bands the same, probably see through glass doors and be able to see these bands performing, and have a smooth and mellow cigarette. Very enjoyable. And guess what? Dirty Hall is not the only promoter, in the area that's losing money on shows, just in case you did not know. There are other promoters in the area that have been getting huge shows, but kids don't come out. Taking a loss on the shows is a big deal, and it sucks, but we have to do it on occasion. It's just a bad time right now, and it's a shitty situation, but there's nothing you can do about it. There's no reason to stop promoting. Everyone's got their ups and downs, and change that. I mean, obviously, the shit's bad right now, but if you keep promoting and keep getting kids out to the shows, they're gonna say, wow, this guy's persistent, he's getting these shows, even when people aren't coming out to the shows. And before too long, you'll be back on the high road just fucking cruising, and you'll be making the bank again. I'm not pointing any fingers to any certain Christian metal hardcore band from Marion or anything like that, but being in that genre, you have to expect a small turnout at your shows. For instance, let's go on iTunes and check the top plays, and well, I happen to do it for you, so I'm gonna go ahead and read. Top songs: number 1, Britney Spears; 2, T.I., 3, Katy Perry; 4, Pink; 5, Taylor Swift; 6, Kevin Rudolph and Lil Wayne; 7, T.I. again; number 8, Kanye West; 9, Taylor Swift; and 10, Rihanna. You tell me where these big bands are. Obviously, there's no scene. The scene is in the pop punk, the fucking Metro Station, Cobra Starship, All Time Low, All American Rejects. That's where the scene is at right now. So don't be surprised when kids don't show up to your shows. Let's go top albums. Number 1, Adele; 2, fucking High School Musical. Who cares about that? Number 3, Ray LaMontagne, or whatever you pronounce it. 4, Kenny Chesney. 5, T.I. 6, Ingrid Michaelson. 7, David Cook. 8, Coldplay. Legit. 9, Metallica. Hey, Greg. 9 is Metallica, which, good luck trying to get them at your show, to play at your show. I mean, try it, please.
I could get them.
I'd go. If you could get Metallica to come play at your show, I'll be there. Number 10 is Keen. Or Kane, whatever. And, but please, notice all the hardcore, metal bands that are on there, and there's not. That was my point, is there isn't any. All Time Low, American Rejects, Fall Out Boy, top 100 plays on iTunes. There's maybe a small handful, like 5 bands on the top 100 plays on iTunes that you could get to come. But that would be, like, top promoters in the country, not Southern Illinois. Like, it's possible, but it would be a stretch. So my advice to this band that has started this little rant about the scene being so shitty: stop bitching, keep playing the music because you love to play. And my thing is if you should love the music that you play so much that you should not give a fuck if there's 5 bands or 5 kids at your show or 500. You should play the same for the same reason, no matter how many kids are in that venue. I think you may have your priorities wrong, but maybe it's just the way I interpret the blog.